Welcome back, everybody, to Beards and Brews. This week's review, Jaws.
Yeah!
The Revenge.
Oh.
Oh no, we suck again.
I like it. So, this handy-dandy movie was made in 1987, the year of our Lord. Yeah.
This is
What the
Jaws 4
fuck?
for those keeping track. Jaws 4.
Yeah. That's how you know they're great, when they stop numbering the damn things, just like the
It's
subtitle. Fuck it.
Weekend at Jaws's.
Now, to be fair, this starts out with a very on-brand, creepy underwater shot that actually feels like a Jaws movie, and then that kind of just stops right there. That's all you get that's anything at all resembling a decent horror movie.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, too. You say we go on brand with the underwater shot. We lose it within 3 seconds of that because the camera comes out of the fucking water like Jaws popped his head out and was like, well, which way to fucking Chief Brody's house?
No kidding. He's like looking for directions
It's
or
like
some
a,
garbage
like
like
a
that.
little kid snorkeling or something.
Yeah, like this derpy shark has just got his head out like, oh, I shouldn't have took that left turn as Amity Kirky. Well, whoop, 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 whoop.
That's all, folks, man.
Would have been a better movie.
Yeah, challenge, right? There's like a huge tonal shift. It just goes, oh, suddenly Christmas, whatever, on the beach.
Eating people on the beach, man.
And we'll get to that.
Well, first you have like honestly a way too long shot of mom and son cooking dinner, just frying up a fish dinner. There's really no reason to have this scene in the movie. It doesn't amount to anything. It just introduces the characters, I guess.
Yeah, it tries to
wasn't-
make you feel something for them.
I guess.
I feel like there's not even a scene for the movie. They just caught the actors just cooking dinner for themselves, you know?
But it's fucking stupid. The mom's like, don't cut yourself. Instantly cuts himself. Shit!
Immediately cuts himself.
Yeah, way to go, Marty McFly.
Way
Yeah,
to
my
go.
immediate thought was this guy looks like Marty McFly.
Speaking
like
of people looking like
Kmart
people,
Marty McFly.
the other son we get introduced to later looks like the dude from the Lost Boys, the brother. And I was just like, man, what's he doing?
Yeah, well, both these dudes are supposed to be sons of Roy Schneider from the first movie, who we find out died of the fear somewhere between movies, and he makes like a haphazard cameo appearance in a giant 8x11 picture behind the shoulder of some lady at the police station.
Yeah, but think about this. The dude killed 2 fucking great whites, and the fear gets him? Come on.
I
Come
mean, this movie is filled of just people who were just left over that said yes. That's all it is.
And Michael Caine wanting to build a house.
You know,
Oh,
some
okay.
actors pick movies to tell a story. He picked a movie that told the story of how he needed a new pool.
I respect it.
Yeah, but we get a nice little cut of the family getting introduced, and the son goes out to do some nonsense. Mind you, it's Christmas, and this is the only time I laughed because something was funny in the film that was intentionally supposed to make me laugh.
What was
There's
that?
a scene where, you know, I guess the school is putting together a nativity scene, and the guy's like, Joseph, get your costume and get over here. He's like, I'm on my way, and, you know, out of distress, he's like, Jesus. And then some other kid goes, oh,
Yeah.
I fucking chuckled. Like,
That was really good.
okay.
Which is then
Oh, I get it.
juxtaposed.
There's a Jesus character because it's a Nick. I got you.
Yep.
It took me a minute. All right.
Speaking on getting on board to things, that's when fucking McFly boy jumps in his boat and he had to check out some like log or whatever that wound
Yeah,
up in that little bay.
A
Stuck to a
driftwood,
buoy.
a piece of driftwood that got caught up on a channel marker. And I guess it's his job as the police officer in the town to clear it away. Fuck it.
You know, he's got to just run out there, take his service pistol, and just pop, 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 get rid of that stupid obstruction.
So while he's out here with this fucking red shirt task, you start
You-
hearing the Jaws music again, and he gets
Nope.
his arm ripped off. Just immediately dragged underwater, and I guess they still blame it on the driftwood. I don't know. But it
Yeah, the
does pop
cuts-
up. You see the driftwood pop up, so it's free. We're cool. Achievement unlocked.
Nailed it.
Bloop, bloop. What does Sean get for Christmas? Eating.
Sean, that's his name.
Oh yeah,
Wait.
that's right. Marty McFly gets deeded.
But think
So-
about this. It rips his arm off. He falls down in the boat. His upper torso, head, chest area is exposed. That's all the shark can grab to pull him out of the boat. That's it. The shark grabs him, pulls him out of the boat. Then we're treated to him out of the water again with his one arm going, help! Like, this thing, what? Did it, like, grab him with its flippers? I got you, buddy. Just...
And his arm is just quite obviously just tucked inside of his vest.
It looks awful.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, don't tell the kids that. Come on. But, like, this whole thing was shot and just put together so terribly. I totally believe that he was murdered by the editor. Like, there was nothing happening. It was just flashes of whatever, and he just
Stock
dead.
footage and death.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, was that a frame of teeth? Man, it must have been a shark.
Nope, it was the driftwood. That driftwood got him.
The fear of the driftwood got him.
The fear.
Nice.
This fucking movie.
It gets worse.
But wait, there's more.
I found this movie horribly just boring. Like, nobody in this movie cared. Not even character-wise. Like, all these crazy, terrible things were happening, family dying, and I think the only one trying to emote was Ellen, whatever her name is.
Yeah, the mother. She was trying to emote with that flock of seagulls hair.
A perfect triangle.
Dude, the wife was like hating on her the entire film about some forehead to hair ratio nonsense.
But yeah, like she flies to the Bahamas. She's like to reconnect with some family, what's left of them.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want anybody in my family near the water ever again. But hey, you want to come down to the Bahamas and stay with the family for a little while? Well, all right.
Yeah,
talk me into it.
She gets there and she has this fucking line that's supposed to, I guess, invoke some sort of emotional response. And she goes, "Your brother's dead. Your father's dead." And she just walks off. That's the fucking line. Like what?
Well, I mean, she's not wrong, but
those were my lines, were they not?
Basically. Like an argument with the director at that point.
It was just nonsense. And then the brother is outside walking on the beach afterwards with his wife or whatever, and he just takes off running. I don't understand what is going on.
There's so many points in this movie where I just don't know what the direction of the character was. Like, what is the point of the action that you're doing?
I mean, all these questions are super legitimate, but there's a man named Hoagie in this movie. Whatever.
So they're on the ferry, and you get that atrocious ferry cry scene and some flashback scene where the kid looks like the vampire from Subspecies.
Man, the flashbacks were so fucking ballsack. I mean, like, the fucking whatever. Ellen was having flashbacks a moment she wasn't even a part of. Like, for no fucking reason.
She could see what happened to her son. It's all due to voodoo.
Oh, yeah. Don't believe that voodoo. It was just a tree that killed him, and it was the fear that killed Dad. Don't believe the voodoo shark.
Just so you guys know, I did a little bit of research in the background of this. And apparently in the novelization, Michael has angered some local voodoo priest named Papa Shark. No shit. And Papa Shark curses him and his family with the Great White. That's why in this entire fucking film, the shark is hunting them. That's why it knows where to go. That's why it can always find them. It's being voodoo controlled, man, by Papa Shark. But in the film, they're like, this shit's stupid. And they cut it out.
They weren't wrong.
But, the shark is still just hunting them like he's got a fucking GPS tracker on Ellen.
Yeah, I just thought the shark hated snail conservation, to be honest. I mean, whatever.
Fucking conks. I have the shell. I can talk. Lord of the Flies reference, anybody?
I get you. All right, so on the way down to the Bahamas, we're actually introduced to Michael Caine and
was it really? It wasn't an actual introduction. He was just there.
He was just there, just flying the plane, driving the plane. He's a very unprofessional plane driver because he wants to let the kids sit on his lap and fly, wants to let Ellen fly, just messing around too much. Just that's dangerous, man.
He's a friendly fella,
He was delightful.
He had the jokes. That's what it's all about.
He was definitely the personality between him and the fellow who played Michael's character. They're the only people driving this film. That's it. Hoagie is like comic relief, and the Michael character is there to push the plot. Other than that, this is fucking atrocious. Also, in the first 10 seconds of meeting Hoagie, in the first 10 seconds, we are introduced to the fact that Hoagie has massive debt. So he's got massive debt, and he's flying this plane for money. So it's not far from the true reason he's actually doing the film.
Yeah, absolutely. He just needs a brand new pool.
He's method acting.
You know, I need to get a new house or a pool or whatever, and this plane, it'll help me do that, doing this film. I've never watched
shit.
But I've seen the house built, Mr. Wayne.
It's just like a call to his fucking talent agency where he's like, I need a new movie. Send anything you've got. And he finally gets the script. He's like, oh shit. Crunch.
Oh, nice.
If you don't know me, I'll say yes to anything.
Master Wayne. Master Wayne on the end.
Oh, man. But they eventually make it to the Bahamas or whatever. There's some kind of like fucking festival going on. And you have 2 or 3 things going on at the same time. You have Michael and his buddies. They're off doing some kind of research to get their PhD. You have Ellen and the family just trying to keep it together. And then there's just Hoagie, being Hoagie. His name's Hoagie, by the way.
He's not just being Hoagie. He is trying to smash.
Hoagie got a plan.
Absolutely.
Hoagie's got a plan, and I'm going to explain it. Number 1, Hoagie has massive debt. Number 2, Hoagie is fucking addicted to gambling. So throughout the film, they talk about how bad off Hoagie is money-wise. And then it shows him with money. He immediately loses the money. He is chasing a widower who just lost her child, who worked for a place that you know has good health insurance. This dude has life insurance too. So she's collecting on 2 policies. Hoagie's trying to move in and cash out.
Oh, dang.
Dang, this movie got a whole new level.
I had to make my own subplot because I was bored as fuck. Just watching
I don't
Hoagie.
even know if that's a subplot. I think the shark shit, that's the subplot. This is the real the story about, you know, Hoagie trying to start a new life.
Trying to get that money.
I approve. Headcanon approved. I like it.
Now, going back to the little kid, did anyone else fucking hate this child screaming throughout the entire film?
If there's a child in a movie, odds are I hate him.
I'm screaming about everything.
Well, I mean, most child actors are just kind of whatever anyways. So at this point, I kind of expected it.
Fuck.
Like, you're never always going to get, like, the kids from Jurassic Park.
Speaking of Jurassic Park, did you guys know that this came out just 6 years before Jurassic Park?
Just in relation.
In relation to, think about the special effects in Jurassic Park and the special effects in this.
All the budget went to Michael.
6 years.
All of
6 years difference.
Well, just in the scheme of special effects, what other movies came out in '87? Like, come on, like, probably gems here and there.
You want me to do some research right here in the middle of the podcast?
Didn't Predator come out in '87 or '88?
Yeah.
There you go, Predator. Boom. Off the charts.
And then we get Felt Shark.
Fell Shark. It's like Left Shark.
There's even fucking bits and pieces where they show this goddamn animal, and you can see the rigging under it.
Oh yeah,
like
it's
they
terrible.
didn't care to hide it.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could definitely see the seams in the shark, like its moving pieces and stuff like that. The teeth they weren't attached to the gums that well or anything.
Because the original shark looked way better.
It's all about that Jaws 19. Shark still looks fake.
So now we get to, while all this is going on, we get introduced to a few more characters. Hermes from Futurama.
Oh, yeah.
His best friend, Jake.
Are you talking about one half of UB40?
Yeah. That's what I wrote down. Michael's crew is headed by Captain Cool Runnings.
Nice. But this accent is so thick. Like, I had an honest-to-goodness hard time understanding some of the gibberish this man was saying.
It's Dave Chappelle when he's trying to be Jamaican as Mr. Nice Guy in Half-Baked. Right
Dude.
near the beach, boy.
Boy, we're gonna be tagging them shells, big old snails, and it's just like, what the fuck are you saying?
Lord have mercy.
Lord of mercy, just all one word.
Yeah, like I saw this dude and I totally recognized him from something. I didn't know what. He's been like in a couple things, like Highlander 3, he was the bad guy, and some Off to the Left Side Clint Eastwood movie, whatever.
Really?
I really just thought he was one of the members of Milli Vanilli.
Oh man, my money's on Vanilli.
So while they're out on the beach, boy, Ellen character and the granddaughter are making a sandcastle, and we are introduced to something that comes later that just fucking gut punches me every time it happens. The shark roar.
Oh, you mean that ocean fart? Yeah, I heard that too.
It does it twice. There's a fucking shark roar.
I call that shark roar the horn of the sea.
The horn of the sea. You don't give it just a sound effect that it can't like create.
Whatever. Kids will never notice.
Voodoo shark, you now have the power to roar, man.
I think even the movie knows it kind of like jumped the shark there because they're like, by the way, Michael Caine, and he's just in a rowboat 5 feet away the whole time.
Damn it, I was going to use that. I was going to say jump the shark. Fuck you, Eric.
Oh man, did I jump the shark with that joke?
Oh,
Michael
let's
Caine
move on.
saves so many of these scenes, and I don't feel like he's trying. And sometimes he looks genuinely drunk.
That's true. 100% true. Like later on, they're at this like little banquet or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and he's just fucking smashed. He just has that lost, shark-eyed look. He's just all glossed over.
So fucking gone.
Like the jokes he was thrown at him were just like, there's no way those could have been written. He just like shit that he picked up whenever.
Do you think "aw shit" was actually written down?
Man, I'm praying every day that it was. It's
Do you
brilliant.
think that's ink on paper? I don't.
I hope so. I really do.
Oh, so whole character and Jake doing what they do, and that's go tag the conks or what the fuck ever. And it's also whenever we get to hear the term that I had never heard before, which made me just lose my shit laughing. I had to rewind it to make sure I heard it right. The term mental midget.
I must have missed that.
It's the kind of thing you want to call somebody, but no, you can't anymore.
Yeah, it's like, damn, I missed my window on that.
That's from 1987 to like 2007, so like a good 20 years.
Could have busted out, hey, cut that out, you mental midget. And they're like, rah.
Is that what they're like?
We folk, rah. Yeah, I don't know. But then all of a sudden you get like the broken woman bonding with the beach bum gambling pilot, and she discloses her female intuition and says that the shark is coming for her and her family.
Obviously.
And at this point, her hair looks like Johnny Depp from Willy Wonka.
Rough. And I love like, the entire time Hoagie's just like, you just got to let it go. Just let it go. Just who gives a fuck? Just let it go. Just whatever.
Son just fucking passed away. Give me your money.
Please give me some money so I can make this shark look a little bit better.
No, it's going to its pool.
I think there's like a little subplot in here about Michael's wife is like some kind of sculptor, and that never really goes anywhere. She's just making some metal whatever.
Yeah, she makes that really ugly garbage statue thing that they have the dedication for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like a pelvis. You can say it. It's okay.
Yeah, human pelvis.
And it's just garbage. It's whatever. It's like that dude from the Iron Giant. He just makes trash out of his trash.
And yeah, when I say garbage, I don't mean that it looks especially bad, although it does. I mean that it looks like it's actually made out of garbage.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Like, they bring it up, 2 or 3 times as like some kind of point. Maybe it's like, because she has a show. She has something coming up. And it's just dropped completely. Like, whatever. That's
what they're doing whenever little girl gets on the banana boat. They're doing a dedication for that statue.
Oh, I think I was looking at my phone at the time. And I totally just skipped out like, oh, they're on a beach like the first movie. Banana boat.
I don't blame you.
Ring, 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 banana phone. Everybody remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
So, the Great White appears in the Bahamas. It checks out Hermes, is like, nah, you ain't my dude. Where's my dude? It attacks the ship right where Michael is standing, and while it's attacking right where Michael is standing, the mother has like a psychic link that I can only imagine is left over from the voodoo subplot.
I guess that would explain all the flashbacks.
Yeah, like every time the shark is doing something, she fucking knows.
She just smells it in the air. What is that? Fish.
Oh.
Is it like Bill in Stranger Things with like the bumps on the back of his neck? Spoiler alert for really anybody. No, not really anyone. No.
You know, we were talking about this too. This is the Jaws that we would always see on television.
Yeah, for whatever reason, when TBS was an actual movie channel, this was what we lambasted like every weekend for whatever reason. And that's where I'd seen it first. I didn't remember it being this fucking just whatever, but it kind of is.
Maybe the commercial saved it. So, the psychic link is still left over, you know, from that voodoo subplot, and it's really odd they keep hearkening back to these moments that they cut. So you don't understand why they are doing it. It just seems like unnecessary cutaway.
I don't understand why anybody is doing anything in this movie.
Truth.
Aside from Michael Caine, I know what he's doing. He's got to get that money, and he's got to get that pussy. Aside from that, I don't know anybody else's motivation.
Dang, dude.
Every time Michael Caine is on the fucking screen, though, he will not stop talking. Like, as soon as you see him, he is talking the entire time that he is on screen. Just,
I'm fine with it. He's delightful.
He is delightful, but it's just, it never ends.
I'm sure his contract came with, like, he had to have, like, a bottle of sunscreen and then a bottle of whatever drink of his choices.
Yeah.
Daily.
So after this, she goes back and she's making her sculpture, and this is one of the other funny scenes that I really liked. She's got to make that sculpture, and Michael and her are arguing, and then they go, "Why are we arguing?" And then all of a sudden he turns into, like, you know, makeup sex mode. And he's like, let me get the pins. And she's like, no, get back, I gotta work. And she turns on her blowtorch, and he's like, ooh, blowtorch sex. I've always wanted to make love to an angry welder. I've wanted nothing more since I was a small child.
And it works. It fucking works.
But they talk about sex so much in this movie.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of mentions of, like, a healthy sex life, like, several times.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
Sex.
A few times in front of children, so who knows?
Sharks and sex.
Yeah, so while they're pounding it out right there in the garage or whatever it is,
With the door
you
open.
can see out the window. You can see out the window, and there's the ship is like dumping chum into the water, trying to lure this shark back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can see, it's just a nice juxtaposition.
Well, it's kind of like one of those meanwhile at the ranch kind of things.
Yeah, and this shark jumps out like fucking 70% out of the water horizontally, floats over. It looks so awful. Like, what fucking animal can do that? 70% out of the water, going horizontally towards its target, just hovering like a fucking UFO.
Oh yeah, great white sharks are known as, like, you know, nature's torpedo.
Or like a badly made animatronic shark.
At this point, I just thought it was a puppet. The dude needed to have it out of the water so he can have his arm in it. But then they, you know, they rig it with that little tracking device that goes boom, 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 boom.
The little noise is actually a really good idea. Like, having a noise that could build tension. You know, the shark is nearby. The louder or closer together it was, but this movie is nowhere near that smart.
They already have that, though. They already have that. It's the fucking theme.
I get that, but it's more. It's a good idea in a movie that's a bad idea. It's so fucking.
Whoa!
Yep. FCC Eric.
Eric,
I'm bleeping it out. I'm not fixing it.
you gotta put like.
Yes. Oh.
It'll be like that Eminem album where he drops an F-bomb like every other word, but even in the uncensored version, there's like a few lines that are still censored, and you're like, wow, what was so bad that they had to censor it even after that?
Or it'll just be like the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, where they just start bleeping for no reason.
Yeah, they're not even talking. It's like.
Yeah.
But you know, they're tracking the damn shark, and it cuts to Michael in there, and he's doing his thing, and he's got like this copycat scene with his daughter, and it's a kind of a cute scene, and it's a flash. Yeah, it's like a flashback of whenever his character, or well, actually his brother's character, did that with his father, and they copy it almost, you know, scene for scene.
Oh my god, this movie certainly steals some scenes, let me tell you that.
For sure. Anytime Michael, his character, is underwater with that mask on, he sounds identical to fucking Norm Macdonald. This shark. Huh. Just... But he's down in his banana sub, and he's trying to get fucking shells, and the Muppet Jaws comes after him, and he's so felty. then they're in a shipwreck.
Yeah, he like the plastic shark bites through his plastic boat, and he escapes through this like little shipwreck.
Yeah, this whole
Finding
scene.
Nemo.
Yeah, the shark just bites through the little tiny submarine, just like, fuck your submarine, Michael! Fuck your submarine! And then Michael just little pitter-pat swims away from this giant great white shark, just somehow escapes it.
Yeah, they still won't tell anybody that there's a fucking man-eating shark attacking people in the water. We cut to the coronation and a banana boat scene.
Get on the boat, the banana
His
boat.
little daughter wants to ride the fucking banana boat. She gets on it, and Jaws was like, you know what? Fuck eating you, Michael. I'm gonna go eat your kid.
Just keeping it in the family, really.
Yeah, can't keep it in the Michael, keep it in the family.
But that whole scene is basically just that first shark attack scene in the first Jaws.
Yeah.
Almost verbatim, like a nice, clear, sunny day, everybody's having a great time, and like everybody's just in the most vulnerable position they could get themselves in, and then suddenly disaster. Whoop-de-doo.
She even pops up just like Roy Schneider did. With that same profile shot, they tried to copy it perfectly.
Oh yeah, got that Hitchcock zoom.
But he misses the child, eats some random lady.
Yeah, totally random lady. Not
Jumps
even mentioned
out
again.
of the water, just like fucking a wide receiver grab, just like, gotcha! I'm gonna gnaw through ya.
Yeah,
I
just
guess.
It was really kind of elegant.
And then that's when Ellen Brody turns into Sarah Connor. Her face drops into just stone cold killer mode, and she takes off, swipes a boat, from a local dock known as Neptune's Folly, and begins to just set out into the water. She doesn't know what the shark is.
All right, hold on. Before we get into this, because this is where we really take a turn here. We have a clear plot going up through here, sort of, at least from the shark point of view. This is where it really takes a turn for me, and I need a beer before that.
Fair enough.
Dang, what you drinking?
Right now, I've got Red Hook's Bicoastal IPA.
Ooh.
Trying to keep it on theme. Red Hook is a brewery out of Seattle, Washington. They used to be pretty well distributed, although I haven't seen them a whole lot recently. I always liked their beer. Really nice and citrusy. Lots of... Nice. You can cut a whole lot of this little sniffing out, but it really is really fragrant.
I feel like our listeners come for the sniffing.
Oh, do they?
I do. It's the only way I can nut.
My scenting, my sniffing, is that your ASMR?
Just taste the beer.
Hold
Take
on.
a sip.
I gotta get the foam out of the way a little bit.
The beer's just down there drinking with his dick tucked, like, would you drink me? I'd drink. I'd drink me all day.
It's got a little bit of haze to it, but it's really citrusy, really fruity. There's a lot of orange and grapefruit, a lot of mango notes on there. In the flavor, it's got a whole lot of...
So you're saying it's a drink you can enjoy from Amity Island to the Bahamas?
Absolutely. It is bi-coastal. 2 coasts.
It was served on the flight on Hoagie's plane.
But no, this is really good, honestly. This is quite tasty. Anybody else sipping on anything?
I myself did not have a drink, so I'll just be huffing this contact cement.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A, bruh. What up?
Just
Getting swifty in this bitch.
let me go shit on the floor.
Yeah. I had a Ace cider earlier. I've reviewed it before. It was the pear flavored. It was amazing. I'm just gonna keep pushing it out there that I'm a cider guy. I
haven't
had
had the pear.
a beer that I had honestly kept in the fridge to review for tonight, and I drank the other thing instead because I looked at it. It's like, man, if I'm gonna drink, I want to drink something I want.
Oh,
Nice.
I can't believe you've done this.
So now we gotta go from beards and brews to like the cider side of life.
Ooh.
Well, just like any movie that happens near the ocean, let's dive right back in.
Okay, this is the shark jump.
Well, 100%. 100%.
Grandma shoulder pads, gets real serious. She goes out into the ocean on this boat that I don't know where the boat comes from, but she takes this boat out onto the ocean, I have no idea what her plan is once she gets out there. Anybody have any idea what her plan is?
I love this. I love this.
Shark Puncher 5000. I don't know.
Because
she doesn't have any kind of a weapon. Why is she going out there?
She's going to feed the shark, like straight up. But she goes out there with no fucking plan, no fucking weapon. And the film itself knows that everyone at home went, what the fuck? Because the actors in the immediate next scene go, what the fuck? What does she expect to do out there? How is she going to find this shark? And then Hoagie immediately goes, it'll find her, Master Wayne. Yeah.
Well, even he's just like on a rowboat in the middle of nowhere after the other two guys are in a motorboat. It's like, hey, where are you guys going? He's like, out there. It's like, in that little dinky thing, you have a better plan? Cut the airplane?
Well, I've got an airplane, I guess.
Yeah. But it was so just
not
like...
a good plan. That's a worse plan, I think.
All I'm saying is, had they left the voodoo bits in, it would have been dumb, but the film would have made more fucking sense. Not better, but coherent.
And my response to that would be, I guess.
Look, I want a man called Papa Shark in the film so I can make Papa Shark Go fucking references. Alright? He's setting feet on fire.
Yeah.
At this point, I'd totally be down with Ellen having like a voodoo doll shark, and that's how the movie ends.
Well, you saw that picture I sent you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a scene coming up that if you pause it, you get to see a scale model of a boat and a shark. The shark looks like it was made for 50 cents, and it explodes. A spoiler, the shark explodes. How? Science. I don't fucking know. We'll get there.
I mean, the shark is like in the area, presumably, or whatever, and the movie is nowhere near clever. It's just like, everybody's here now because movie.
Yeah.
So
Hoagie flies Michael and fucking Adam Duritz out to try and find his mom. They track her down, and luckily enough, the shark is right there.
Yeah, in mid-lunge, mid-attack, and he even tries to take a pop shot at him with the plane.
And that's enough to get him to go back into the water because, sharks fucking crawl onto boats. They just do it.
Yeah, so Hoagie crash lands the plane into the water for some fucking reason. What's the plan? What's the plan?
Get on the boat with her. Get eat too.
Yeah, get on the boat and straight to Tahiti.
Then what?
Step 1, plane. Step 2, water. Step 3, step 4,
question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Step 4, profit.
I think Michael Caine realizes that he's fucked up once the other two members of his crew swim over to the boat. Swim over to the boat, and he's there like, I'll just stay here. Oh shit!
Volunteers to be eaten. I fucking rolled my eyes at this point.
I don't even understand why he was trying to argue with the boys, trying to swim to the boat when they're in a sinking fucking plane.
There is no conversation. They're in the fucking water already.
Like, he's like, you guys are all the same. Da 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 da. Jaws. Oh shit!
Just like, what the fuck?
So then the plane just goes down. Sinks. It sinks. It's already in the water. The shark attacks the boat. The shark attacks the plane, and it just sinks. We assume that Hoagie is dead, because why wouldn't he be?
Num 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 num. Then all of a sudden they're on the boat, and guess what? Hoagie's not dead.
Well, he just shows up in your peripheral, just climbing up, completely dry, by the way. And they're like, how the hell did you survive that? It wasn't easy, I'll tell you.
That shark's breath was bad.
And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I have a feeling everybody making this movie quit, and Michael Caine just took over. It's his movie now.
So, when they get on the boat, all three of them are on the boat, the mom asks, why'd you come out here? And Michael's like, why did you? And nobody has any answers for that.
But what was implied, Michael Caine was like, bitch, are you for real?
So they rig up a super taser to shock the shark to death.
See,
With
I
the
just thought it was
fucking
like a
battery?
big flashlight. I thought they were gonna do like a, like a deer stun, flicker your high beams.
In the broad daylight.
Yeah.
We didn't say they were smart. I mean,
So they rig up this thing, but the shark's got to get close enough so they can shove it down his throat.
It's a flashlight on a stick.
It's 100% a fucking flashlight on a stick. That
it's a
goes-
scientific experiment, guys. Come on.
And so Jake volunteers to be the dude on the end of the boat. And by God, if this shark once again doesn't jump out 20 feet horizontally to eat Jake while he shoves this thing down his throat.
There
in a
goes Millie.
Vivid scene.
Oh,
This is pretty gruesome. Like Jake is being pulled under the water, chewed on. This was the first time I went, oh, this looks pretty good. And then they ruin it because you get to see the fucking animatronic supports.
I don't know. Maybe he was just hungry for some Jamaican patties.
We just assumed Jake has gotten eaten. And now Michael's like, no, gotta move on though. So they just begin to whatever. And he's got this flashlight that he bangs on. And when he bangs on it, it goes whoop. And whenever it goes, the fucking shark leaps out of the water, roaring.
Just jumps out for no fucking reason at all. Just like, suck my dick, I'm a shark.
Just like, it's
Well,
just
it hurts him. It just causes the fear.
Oh no,
Is that the
fear.
fear?
It does this like fucking 4 times, roaring out of the water because of a flashlight strobe. I don't know. I don't care. But it keeps leaping out of the water, and they steer the boat with its now broken. Doesn't matter.
But
The boat
but-
is potentially a weapon.
Yeah, they're fiddling with the science thing, and all the while, fucking Ellen Sarah Connor back there, unblinkingly starts to steer the ships towards the shark the entire time.
Yeah, while having POV flashbacks that she didn't live.
Yeah, clip
Family's
this is the
trials
first
with
movie.
this shark.
Yeah, Michael Caine's just like, hey, let's get us the hell out of here. And then Ellen, who has the steering wheel, just ignores him.
Yeah, she slaps him. Forcefully slaps his hand. Like, get the fuck out of here.
But all at the same time, like that stupid science experiment light thing craps out, as they've been joking the whole movie about. And then the fucking ship just jams itself into the shark. But it doesn't just stab the shark, though.
I don't know. Like, it's just... why isn't the shark impaled? Why isn't the shark just fucking impaled on the end of this ship? The shark explodes. It fucking explodes like it's some kind of TNT rigged vampire.
Well, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. That's all I'm saying.
9/11 was an inside job.
Oh god. Did they find you already?
I'm just gone. It just explodes, and this is the scene where if the viewer at home hits the pause button just for 1 second during that explosion, you get to see this prop.
This prop now.
You get to see this prop, and it looks so bad. I sent a picture of this to Chandler and to Eric, and I was like, this is an actual scene from this film. It looks atrocious, and it still never explains why this shark explodes.
I mean, it's only there for a frame, but it definitely looks like it's totally memeable. Almost like, you know, when her period lands on Shark Week, that kind of thing.
Oh, but it blows up, and then we use stock footage of the original Jaws explosion.
Yeah, but it's like awkwardly zoomed in so no one would notice, but it's clearly a different shot altogether.
Guess what? Jake's not dead.
Well, hang on, let's roll back for a little bit, just because this movie takes a lot from the older movies, but it literally, the scene and everything stole the ending of the first movie. Like, it just cuts to Roy Schneider, all sepia-toned, smile, you son of a bitch, stab, boom! Like, okay.
Like his ghost blew it up? I mean, what the
There
fuck
you
is
go.
going on?
He just carry his giant 8x11 picture around with him. Huh?
Yeah, it was like the spirit Kamehameha, you know? Gohan couldn't do it alone, but he channeled his father's energy.
Oh man, that'd be so cool if the boat was named the Spirit of Brody.
Yeah.
And then
You
it's just like. Did you just call me a nerd?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drag my balls across your face.
No.
But yeah, it's just Jake survived. It's happily ever after. It's
Somehow,
awful.
like Jake, for sure, was bitten multiple times, drug far under the ocean, bleeding profusely.
And they would have every bit of a fucking hour back to land with him.
Oh yeah, the boat's destroyed. Like, how the fuck did they get back?
With these wounds that he's gonna die from.
I am really glad he survived though, because red wine is kind of my jam.
Oh man.
And just like that, that was Jaws, their revenge, whatever. I don't care. You guys don't care.
It was a fun time talking about a really awful movie.
This is like any bad movie and like some good movies. This is a movie that you can watch and be like, I mean, whatever. But if you talk about it with friends, you're gonna have a good time.
I agree. The one saving grace is Michael Caine, because he's drunk out of his mind 90% of the time. He has the best lines. He's not even trying his best, and it's still way better than the rest of this.
Oh, absolutely. That's all you need.
Yeah, like, I feel like there's more going on in this movie besides the shark that people could just find them interesting. Like that, Hoagie just being a gold digger. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you think we could edit this movie down to where it doesn't have anything to do with the shark, it just has to do with Hoagie?
Oh, 100%. There are stints in this movie where you completely forget it's a shark movie.
I mean, it could have been an okay movie about a dude trying to get some money and then, a grieving widow.
Oh, it turns out her baggage is literally a great white shark. Perfect.
There it is.
If you guys have unfortunately seen this movie, let us know in the comments what you thought.
Make sure you check out the links in the description to follow us on our different social media outlets.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you know next time we have another one of these brewing, probably the same time next week.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and see you next time.
All right.